Okay. I have shared my whiteboard. You would be able to see that in some time. Okay. Right. So I have shared the screen. Okay. Today we are going to talk about bearings. Okay. So the format of this class would be initially I'll explain the concepts. We'll do 1 to 2 examples and then I will shift to a PDF file where I have multiple questions. Once we are done with those, we will try out a past paper question as well. Okay, so let's get started. Today we are going to talk about bearings. Okay, this is the topic for today. Now, first, I am going to talk about the 3 most important rules. Do not worry, I did not explain anything what bearings are and stuff like that. Don't worry. I'll write down the 3 rules. I'll write down a question and then I'll tell you how to solve these questions. Okay, it is easy. So just wait and listen. Okay, so we are going to start by writing down the 3 important rules for bearings. Number 1, angle. Always measure the angle starting from north. Okay, for now I'll just write them down quickly and then I'll explain. This is the first rule. The second one says always measure the angle clockwise from north. And then the third point is always write bearings using 3 digits. Okay, now I am going to explain this. Right. So bearings are basically related to angles. Okay. I am going to talk about the first example and then I am going to refer to the 3 points. So the question type is going to be find the bearing from of B from A. Now I'll tell you, please pay attention. Now we are going to start formally. Okay. Example number 1 says, find the bearing of B from A. All right. So we have 2 points B and A. We have 2 points A and B. This is what we have in the question. And now I am going to talk about the solution. Okay. So these are the 2 points. I need to find the bearing of B from A. Whatever point you have after from, make notes on that. Okay. So this is going to be a straight line that is going to indicate the north direction. So this is north. Okay. So always measure the angle from north. Step 1 is to make north on the point that is coming after the word from. Okay, we will talk about more questions. You will see the pattern would be similar. Whatever point we have after from, we make a straight line that is basically a line for the north on it. Okay. Find the bearing of B from A. Step 2 is going to be connecting these 2 lines in this way. So this is north. All right, it says always measure the angle clockwise from north. Clockwise means in this direction. So the angle is going to be this one, okay? Whatever it is, let's say the angle is 75 degrees, okay? The third point says always write bearings using 3 digits. So the answer is going to be 0, 7, 5. Now, I repeat. Basically, we have started this new topic, that is bearings. You need to know these 3 important points. Always measure the angle from north. So we started from here. That is the first point. The second point, always measure the angle in the clockwise direction. Now it could be that I measure this angle, but that would have been wrong because we are interested in finding out the clockwise angle, okay? And then the second thing is always write bearings using 3 digits. So the answer is 75 degrees, but since we need to write it down in 3 digits, so I'll write down 7075. Okay, that is the first example. Let's talk about the second one, the third one, and then I will ask you if you have understood this or not, okay? So I am going to talk about another example here. This is the second example. Example number 2, find the bearing of P from Q. All right, I'll make the 2 points. This point is P and this point is Q. Okay. Now, these are the 3 important rules. They are not the steps, okay? These are 3 things which you need to keep in account while finding the bearings, okay? Step 1 is to see what point you have after the word from. This is the word from, and this is the point that is coming after from. Make a straight line on that point, and this from this straight line is basically indicating north. Okay. Step 2, you need to find the bearing of P from Q. Connect P and Q using the straight line. I am going to connect P and Q. That is it. Okay. Now the angle should be in the clockwise direction and it should be starting from north. So the angle is going to be starting from this point. You are going to go like this, and this is going to be the angle. Now, obviously, for measuring these angles, it could be that the examiner gives you, let's say, this angle. You can easily calculate the outer angle then, right? But if he is not giving you this angle, you need to use your protector, and that is how you are going to find that, okay? So this angle is going to be 310. For now, we are not focusing on how to find angle. We are focusing on like which angle is it's going to be, okay? Right, so we are done with the second example as well. Now, let's talk about another example. Okay, I'm going to clear this. And before that, please tell me honestly, Saneem, Turhan, and Mahad, did you understand this? Anything that you have not understood? Yes, Saneem?
Yes, I understand.
Okay, very good, Mahad.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. And what about you, Saneem?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, please be honest with yourselves, okay? If you are not able to understand anything, just tell me directly. All right. Now we are going to talk about a proper question that would be solved using bearings. So it says, the diagram shows the position of two people, A and B. Okay, I'll make that later. Okay, now I am going to read the question and then we'll talk about it. I'll make the diagram quickly. This is A and this is B. Okay, it says the diagram shows the position of two people A and B. They are trying to find a pond. The bearing of pond from A is 056. Let's stop here and think about it. The bearing of pond from A. Okay, so the pond could be anywhere from A means, let's say this is the north and the angle is 56. So obviously we have to use the protector for this, but I am going to make a rough line. So it would be somewhere on this line. Okay, I'm not sure about the position, but this is where it could be. It could be anywhere on the line, and this angle is 56 degrees. Okay, this is what I've been told. The bearing of pond from B is 260 degrees. Again, I am going to make north on this B, and the angle is 260 degrees. So the angle, I'm going to start from here, it would be in the clockwise direction. So it would be somewhere here, right? So this much angle is 260 degrees. So now I am going to make a line at this point. So it would be something of this type. Okay. Now we are going to follow the intersection point, and this is approximately the location of the pond. Now I'll repeat. Obviously, I am doing it over here without D, without the protector. In order to do it properly, you can use your protectors and measure the angle 56 degrees. And in order to measure 260 degrees, what you can do is just measure this angle, and that should be 100 degrees. Okay. And once you have the line for 100 degrees, you can easily just claim this angle to be 260 degrees. Since the bearing is measured in the clockwise direction, that is why it is coming down like this. And again, we'll start from here and it is going to be 56 degrees. Anything that you have not understood in this question? Please be honest with yourselves and tell me if you have understood this or not, okay?
Yes,
Yes, I have.
All clear.
Okay, perfect. Now I'm going to stop sharing this and I am going to share the PDF where I have all the questions. All right, just give me 1 second, please. I'm gonna show it. Okay. Right, so I have shared the screen again. You guys would be able to see that in a bit. Yes, Salim, can you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about the first question. It says, work out the bearing of B from A. Give your answer correct to the nearest degree. All right. Now we need to work out the bearing in this case. Right. So it says from A. Okay, so I need to focus on this north and I need to make a line that connects A and B. This is the line, and what is going to be the angle? The angle is going to be in the clockwise direction. So this would be the angle. How do I calculate this angle? Now this time around, you do not need the protector to calculate this angle. You can find this angle X using trigonometry. And once you have your X, you know that this is 90 degrees. So we can easily find this angle, right? Okay, let's start our working. We have base and the hypotenuse side. Okay, we are talking about trigonometry. How do we calculate the angle X? Can anyone tell me? Can we use cos X
Cos, yeah,
equals?
cos.
Very good. 0 and 0 would be cancelled, and X is going to be cos inverse 6 by 11. So you can use your calculators and tell me the value. Cos inverse 6 divided by 11 is basically 56.9 degrees. Okay. So it says correct to the nearest degree. So I am going to round this off, and X is basically 57 degrees. So what is this angle that we are interested in finding? We need to find this one. So that is 90 degrees minus 57, and it is going to be what, Turhan? 33. Very good. 33 degrees. Excellent. Anything that you have not understood?
No.
Okay. Now this angle is 33 degrees, but the answer is going to be 033 degrees, because we need to be careful about writing the answer in 3 digits. Okay. So we need to add that 0 as well. Okay. Let's talk about the next question. All right. So it says C is due south of B. Well, that is obvious. Work out the bearing of C from A. Okay. From A. We are going to follow this north, and then we are going to connect A and C, and now the angle is going to be in the clockwise direction, and this is going to be the angle. We already have that 62. We need to find this angle, and then we are good to go. Yes. What do you think about this question? Can anyone tell me? No one? Okay. All right. Now I'm going to tell you. So basically, we need to find, let me just use a different color for that. We need to find the red angle. We already have 62 degrees. We just need the small blue angle, okay? Now, the angle side relationship is telling me if these two sides are equal, C and A, both these angles would be same. Okay, that is good. I know sum of angles in case of a triangle are 180 degrees, right? So I need to find this angle at X somehow, and then I can easily just calculate the bearing. Okay. What is angle at C? Now we know that if two lines are parallel, the sum of internal angles is 180. So the angle 62 degrees plus the angle at B that I'm going to make with yellow color, this angle, the sum is going to give you 180 degrees. That means this angle is going to be 118. Okay. Now, if I follow this straight line, I know that sum of angles on a straight line is 180 degrees. That means if the yellow angle is 118, the blue angle is going to be 62 degrees. Is this okay? Did you understand this, all of you?
Yes.
Okay, very good. I'm going to write it down. This is 62 degrees. And how are we going to calculate the angle at A and the angle at C? So I know, let's call this angle y degrees and that blue angle y degrees because they are same. Sum of angles in case of a triangle is 180. 60 plus y is going to be 180. 180 minus 60 equals to y. That is 120 divided by 2 equals y. And y is going to be 60. So this means y is 60. That is, we are done. Okay. So I am going to write it down. This angle, just give me 1 second. All right. So basically this was 62. Okay. This is 62. This is 62. So obviously 180 minus 62 is 118. So yeah, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. This is 118. And then 118 divided by 2 is going to be 59 degrees. Okay. So this angle is 59 and this angle is also 59. Okay. So now we can easily find the bearings. It would be 62 plus 59. So 62 plus 59 is going to give you 121. So the answer is 121. So did you understand this, all of you? Anything that you have not understood?
All clear?
Very good. Okay. Saneem and Durhan, please tell me if this is okay or not.
Yes, ma'am. It's clear.
Okay. All right. This is 121. All right. Very good. Yes, Durhan, I want you to participate as well, please. Okay. Let's talk about this. So C is a town. The bearing of, let me just separate this. Okay. C is a town. The bearing of C from A is 65 degrees. Find the bearing of A from C. Okay. What do we know from A? So let's say this is point A. I am going to make north on A. This is north. And the bearing is 65. So that means if I go in the clockwise direction, it is going to be somewhere here. This is point C and this angle is 65. And again, wait a second, this I'm making it on my own without using the protectors. So let me just try getting it more accurate. It will be less than 90. So it is going to be somewhere here. Okay, so this point is C. And this angle is 65 degrees. Now, Turhan, I want you to tell me what would be the bearing of A from C. Now I am going to make north on C. This is north. And what exactly is the angle that I need to find? This is the line that is connecting A and C. So I'll start from here and I'm going to end here. This is the angle that I need to find. I want you guys to calculate this angle and tell me. Okay, I'll give you 2 minutes. That's very easy. You can think about it and then tell me the answer. Excellent, Sameem. Very well done. What about you, Turhan? And Mahat, can you find this? And that's completely fine.
295.
Okay. Your answer is close, but think about it once again. All right, let's do it together. So it is going to be, we are interested in finding out this angle. We cannot do that directly. If this angle is 65 degrees, we know that sum of angles in between two parallel lines is basically 180 degrees. So this angle is going to be 115 degrees. Okay. And now sum of angles in case of a circle are 360 degrees. So I am going to start off from here. So this is going to be 360 minus 115. That would be 245. So this is the answer. 245 degrees is the answer. Yes, Turhan, did you understand this?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's talk about this. A is a town. The bearing of A from B is 232. Find the bearing of B from A. Okay. The bearing of A from B. Let's make the point B and let's make north on it. The angle is 232. So I'll start from here. It would be 180 on a straight line and then it would be somewhere here. Okay. And now I need to make another line in order to find the point B. So I am going to connect these two, not like this. I'm going to start from here. It would be somewhere here. And now I will connect these two. Okay. So this is A. Now I need to find the bearing of B from A. So this angle is 232 degrees. In order to find the bearing of B from A, I will make the line, the north on A this time. And this is going to be the angle. That's very simple, okay? So we are done with angles already. We know how to find this. Sum of angles in case of a circle is 360 degrees. So this green angle is going to be what, Turhan? Yes.
It's 128 degrees.
Very good. Excellent. Okay. And who's going to tell me this angle, the bearing of B from A?
52.
Very good. Well done. Excellent. 52 degrees is the angle and 052 degrees would be the bearings. Very good. This is going to be the answer. Okay. Now it says A is a town. The bearing of A from B is 2 to 5. Okay. Again, we need to talk about from B. So this point is B. I am going to make north on B. It is 225. So I'm going to start from here I'll go in the clockwise direction. So it would be somewhere here. And now I am going to make the line for the point A. This is point A. Again, I'm going to make note on A. And I need to find the bearing of B from A. So this would be the angle. So what is the bearing? Yes. What is the bearing?
Zero 0.45.
Okay, very, very good. Excellent. So the answer is going to be 0.45. That is good. Okay. And now let's talk about this question. Okay. So it says, find the bearing of B from P. We have two separate questions. Let's talk about this one first. All right. So we need to find the bearing of B from P. So from P means we are going to make north on P. We already have that. And then the angle is going to be in the clockwise direction, starting from P to B. This is going to be the angle. So can anyone tell me what would be the angle? What would be the bearings? Yes. Yes, Mahad and Turhan.
Is it 159?
No, it's not 159. Okay. So basically we have 56 degrees. We need to find this angle. Okay. So you can do 145 plus 56, and then you can do 360 minus the answer, that is 159. Your answer would be 159 plus 56 degrees. Okay. So it is 215 degrees. Did you understand this, Sunny?
Yes.
Okay. And what about you, Sunny? All right. It says the bearing of B from Y is 246. The bearing of S from Y is 122. Work out the size of the angle BYS. Okay. The bearing of B from Y. From Y means we need north on Y. We already have that north. That is good. Then I am going to start from this point and then I'm going to come down. And this angle is going to be 246. The bearing of S from Y. Okay. This angle is 246 and the bearing of S from Y. So again, from Y means north on Y, from S means we are going to measure this angle, and this is 122. So what is the angle BYS? That is very simple. We need to calculate this angle. Can anyone tell me? Yes, Turhan? It would be 246 minus 122, that is 124. This is 124 degrees. Did you understand this, Turhan? Please tell me.
Yes, ma'am, I got the same answer.
Okay. All right. So let's see if we have. Okay, now let's talk about that past paper question. Okay, this is the question. Let's do it. This is the last thing. Okay. So it says the diagram shows the positions of 4 islands A, B, C, D. A is due north of B. DAC is 40 degrees. Okay, we have all this on the diagram. Calculate the bearing of D from A. From A. All right. So this means that from A, we need to make north on A, and we already have that. Okay. And then we need to connect A and D, and the angle is going to be starting from here. It would go in the clockwise direction, and it is going to be this one. So this angle is 180 degrees. The total bearings would be 180 plus 48 plus 55, and that is going to give you what? Yes, 283. This is the answer for the first part. Turhan, did you understand this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then please calculate the answer for the second part. Calculate the bearing of A from C. Okay, it's obvious to me. That's okay. Yeah. Okay, please do the second part, both of you, and tell me the answers. Okay. All right, let's do it together. So, right. Okay, let's see. It says calculate the bearing of A from C. From C means I need to make the north on C. This is north, and this is going to be the angle. For finding out this angle, I am going to find out this angle and then subtract that from 180. Okay. So sum of angles on a straight line is 180. If this angle is 55 degrees, I will do 180 minus 55, and that will give me 125. Okay. And then sum of internal angles between two parallel lines is also 180. So 180 minus 125 is going to give me 55 degrees. So the answer is going to be 0.55 degrees, and the answer to part A is going to be 283 degrees. Turhan, did you understand this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And now it says calculate the distance between A and B. So we need to calculate the distance between A and B. Yes. That is very easy. Okay. So basically, we can use the sine ratio thing that we are interested in finding out AB. So AB divided by sine of angle B is equal to this, sorry, it's the sine of angle C. That is equal to AC divided by sine B. Okay. So this is the side that we need to find. The angle opposite to this side is C. So we do AB divided by sine C, and we have another side that is 19. The angle opposite to that side, that is AC, is the angle B. Okay. So this is these are the ratios. AB divided by sine C. So sine 51 equals AC, that is 19 divided by sine. I do not have B. What is B? Can anyone tell me? Sum of angles and
74.
say it again.
74.
Very good. Sum of angles in case of a triangle is 180. So using this 55 and 51, I have calculated this as 74. This is 74. And now I'll take sine 51 there, and I am going to get the answer. Okay. So let's do it here. AB is going to be sine 51 into 19 divided by sine 74. The answer is going to be 15.4. This is going to be the answer. So we can write it down as 15.4. This is the answer. So Turhan and Salim, did you understand this?
Yes, ma'am.
Anything that you have not understood in this question in today's lecture?
No, ma'am.
All right, okay. Then that is it for today. I'll see you tomorrow, inshallah.